Welcome to the session on strategies to promote successful transitions for students with disabilities, presented by the Fairfax County Public Schools Office of Special Education Instruction. This session will focus on general understandings and strategies to support students as they transition from elementary to middle school and middle school to high school. If you have questions regarding any of the information that is shared in today's session, please feel free to email us and we will get you the answers you are looking for or direct you to the person who can be the most helpful. In our session today, we will discuss transition at the elementary and secondary levels to include instructional practices and curriculum, assessment options and requirements, as well as resources that might support and prepare for a smooth transition. The mission of Fairfax County Public Schools is to inspire and empower students to meet high academic standards, lead healthy, ethical lives, and be responsible and innovative global citizens. All children benefit greatly when they can demonstrate skills independently across a variety of settings, thus giving them autonomy and an increased quality of life. With the appropriate supports and access, all students can achieve success. These ideals are true in all elementary, middle, and high schools across the county. When we think about school in general, most people think about the classroom, the teachers, and the subject areas. At the elementary level, classrooms are often based upon services indicated in the IEP, such as learning disabilities, intellectual disabilities, and autism. When transitioning to the secondary level, classes may have a more blended makeup. For example, a student might be receiving instruction in an enhanced autism classroom that is specific to elementary school, and may transition to a middle school classroom setting designated to meet the instructional needs of students with varying disabilities. In addition to the specified academic curriculum, at both the elementary and secondary levels, there is what we can consider the hidden curriculum. This refers to those skills or concepts not explicitly taught and are not found in teacher curriculum manuals. However, we know that some students will require direct instruction and possible accommodations in order to demonstrate these skills or access these concepts. For example, during a school day, students often move from one class to another. Although this may come naturally for some, others may need explicit instruction in what this looks like and when to do it. In elementary school, students are escorted as a whole class by a teacher. In middle school and high school, most students are transitioning from class to class on their own. Some students may require support from an adult to get from one class to another while navigating the hallway. The same may apply to accessing bathrooms and managing the cafeteria. At the secondary level, students are provided lockers. For some, managing a combination lock is difficult, and so they may need to be accommodated with a different type of lock. Also at the secondary level, students access locker rooms and the lockers therein to change for PE classes. Regardless of the setting, it is important to understand and acknowledge that the hidden curriculum exists and maintain communication with the school team supporting your child. Homeschool communication is necessary at all grade levels, and it is important to know who the key players are in the support of your child's transition. At the elementary level, students typically have one teacher, whereas at the secondary level, students may have multiple teachers. In any case, your child will be assigned a case manager. The case manager will be your main point of contact for everything related to IEPs. At the secondary level, the special education department chair supports instruction and procedures to include transition. They collaborate with elementary schools or middle schools to support student class placement based on IEP decisions and might participate in transition IEPs as necessary. The procedural support liaison exists at all levels and can be a helpful contact if you have procedural questions or concerns related to your child's IEP process. At the secondary level, There is also a special education administrator and a director of student services that may be involved in the IEP process. Independence and self-advocacy are necessary skills for all students as they transition at any level. This checklist provides a list of developmental daily living and advocacy skills needed and addressed at different grade levels, kindergarten through 12th grade. Please contact Aaron or myself if you'd like a copy of the Independence and Self-Advocacy Checklist. Independence at home can be supported through established expectations and routines. Setting clear expectations allows your child to build and maintain organizational and social skills. Begin with basic tasks and practice social interaction skills, rules for games, and use of leisure materials, while gradually increasing responsibilities as well as generalization of skills in community settings. Predictable routines can support the follow-through of expectations and enhance independence. Schedules can be created to mirror the school day as appropriate and can be especially beneficial to prepare for the school year. Designated areas in the home can be established for schoolwork and for play and leisure activities. Supporting and encouraging independence and self-advocacy at home will help your child transition to the school setting where continued strategies will be utilized. Fairfax County Public Schools settings and classrooms across grade levels incorporate best practices that will support the access and learning of all students. Structure and routine encourage participation and independence. Instruction is matched and individualized to meet student needs through explicit instruction that is age appropriate, incorporates meaningful tasks, and provides practice and feedback to increase generalization of skills. Just as they did in elementary school, students follow the general education curriculum at the secondary level. Some students will participate in the Virginia Standards of Learning curriculum, while a smaller percentage of students with disabilities may participate in the Aligned Standards of Learning. Courses for students on the SOL curriculum who continue to require direct or specialized instruction in the areas of reading or math may also participate in elective courses designed to meet these individual needs. With the Virginia Alternate Assessment Program, or VAP, students receive their instruction on the Aligned Standards of Learning while also receiving specialized and individualized instruction. One example would be the Foundations courses. These are elective courses offered at the high school level and are designed to provide students with the opportunity to participate in general education coursework at a modified pace of instruction without the requirement of an end-of-course test. Foundations courses are offered in English, Science, U.S. History, Virginia History, and World History. All students, including those with disabilities, are assessed on statewide accountability measures. In Virginia, students with disabilities have several options for participating in the regular state accountability assessments. Students with disabilities may participate in the Standards of Learning, or SOL assessments, in the same manner that non-disabled students participate. Or they may participate in the SOL assessments with standard or non-standard accommodations. In elementary school, in grade 3, students are assessed in math and reading. Grade 4, math, reading, and history. Grade 5, math, reading, and science. In grade 6, math and reading. In middle school, grade 7, students are assessed in math and reading. In grade 8, math, reading, writing, science, and history. For high school, the end-of-course assessments are typically in grades 10 and 11. In grade 10, students are assessed in science and history, and in grade 11, math, reading, and writing. Students who are working on the Aligned Standards of Learning, or ASOL curriculum, may participate in the Virginia Alternative Assessment Program, or VAP. The VAP is designed to evaluate the performance of students with significant cognitive disabilities. This assessment is available to students with significant cognitive disabilities in grades 3 through 8, middle school, and high school who are working on academic standards that have been reduced in complexity and depth. Content areas assessed each year align with SOL content areas assessed for non-disabled peers in reading, writing, mathematics, science, and history or social studies. Students instructed in the ASOL curriculum will earn the Applied Studies diploma. Successful transition to a variety of post-secondary options is achieved through a continuum of instructional strategies, collaborative interdisciplinary team supports, use of technology, and awareness of and access to community resources. Career and transition services offer a variety of classes and programs that teach workplace readiness skills, employability skills, self-advocacy, and self-determination. Career Prep is an adapted curriculum elective geared towards students needing intensive support. Instruction is very concrete with extensive physical modeling and assistance. Work experience take place in the community, around the school, or in the classroom. Work Awareness and Transition, also known as WAT, is an elective course available to middle and high school students receiving special education services. Students explore potential career options while developing and improving the skills needed for successful employment, such as career awareness, interpersonal and coworker relationships, and self-advocacy skills. The curriculum focuses on workforce readiness skills for the Commonwealth. Students participate in work experiences as well to reinforce the skills learned through direct instruction in the classroom. Education for Employment is a course that teaches students to make informed career and continuing education choices as they transition from school, gain technical skills, and adapt to the workplace. Students are taught ethical behaviors and career research, job acquisition, workplace communication, self-awareness, self-advocacy, customer service, and life skills. Students successfully completing 2 years of this course will satisfy sequential elective requirements prescribed in certain diploma options. Education for the Office. Like Education for Employment, this course teaches students to make informed career and continuing education choices as they transition from school, gain technical skills, and adapt to the workplace. Students are taught ethical behaviors and career research, job acquisition, workplace communication, self-awareness, self-advocacy, customer service skills, Microsoft Office applications, and to perform assignments essential to the operation of an office in a school or community business. This course can be taken for more than 1 year. Students successfully completing 2 years of this course will satisfy the sequential elective requirement for certain diploma options. Academy support teams are made up of special education resource teachers assigned to each of the Fairfax County Public Schools career and technical education academies. The mission of the support team is to provide the assistance necessary to enable students with special needs to successfully participate in academy classes. Team members meet with each student to discuss needed accommodations, plan classroom supports, and provide assistance with transition planning. The support teams work closely with academy instructors and administrators, high school and special education departments, career and transition services personnel to assist students in achieving their goals. Job coach services are designed to support student success as independent workers. Job coaches assist students with special needs who have the potential for independent employment but need specialized short-term on-the-job support and training to succeed. Students work with job coaches to develop and integrate specific skills at the job site, including time management, organization, and social skills. Referrals can be made through the Student's Employment and Transition Representative, or ETR, Work Awareness and Transition, or WAT teacher, or the Special Education Department chair at the student's high school. Every high school has an Employment Transition Representative, or ETR, which supports work skills opportunities and skill development. The Academic and Career Plan, or the ACP, is a process for students to plan for the future by exploring college and career options. Students have opportunities to discover their personal strengths and interests, create goals to help them achieve success, plan for courses that meet high school graduation requirements, and prepare them for life after high school. The development of the academic and career plan starts in elementary school and is updated regularly as each student's academic, personal, and career goals change. This plan is created and stored electronically in Naviance. Students access Naviance using their Fairfax County Public Schools student ID and password. The academic and career plan is required for all middle school students and for high school students who enter the ninth grade for the first time in or after the 2014-15 school year. Students can write goals and action plans, research careers, add accomplishments and activities into a resume builder, search colleges, develop plans of study for high school, and plan for their future by using this tool. Naviance allows your child to use planning tools that connect goals with their future plans. This tool lets your child personalize their action plans. Parents have access to Naviance as well to view information about their high school students' post-secondary plans, interests, and opportunities. As a parent or guardian, you can support your child in a variety of ways. You can encourage your child to set goals and support them in their action plans to reach these goals. You can talk to your child about their strengths, interests, and results on their career surveys. You can discuss your child's progress on the academic and career plan. You can coach your child to help them make decisions about college and careers that match their personal strengths, interests, and goals, recognizing that there are multiple pathways to success. All students are expected to create an academic and career plan. Students receiving Category B services would complete the modified academic and career plan. Modified tasks for students receiving Cat B services include creating an academic SMART goal, entering an academic goal from their IEP, updating their resume and uploading that resume, completing the game plan, and uploading the student's transition plan from the IEP. For students who require more direct supports to facilitate the transition from elementary to middle or middle to high school, consider making a social narrative or photo book about their new school to prepare for the transition. The following slides illustrate an example of a photo book that might be useful in helping a student prepare for their transition to Key Middle School. You can introduce the school by showing a picture of where the student will arrive each morning. Key features of the school building, such as the front office, should be highlighted. In middle and high school, students typically switch classrooms, so students need to become familiar with navigating the hallways. It's always important to identify the school clinic. Students shall be accessing the cafeteria daily. Familiarity with the different types of classrooms your student will be spending time in will also help with the transition process. All students are required to take physical education or adapted physical education. Close with a picture of where they might wait for the bus to go home at the end of the school day. In the fall of your student's 6th or 8th grade year, you can begin facilitating the transition process. You might want to begin creating a photo book like we just demonstrated. Now is the time to begin conversations about the transition process if you have not begun to do so already. Setting up school visits and attending events at the receiving school are excellent ways to begin to familiarize your student with their new school. Plan ahead. What questions and concerns do you have? Bring those questions to transition and IEP meetings. Many schools arrange field trips to feeder schools. Find out if this is the case at your current school. The summer before the actual transition is a great time to get to know the campus. And this is what we've been preparing for. You'll now want to develop a plan for homeschool communication, ask about homework expectations, as those may change dramatically from elementary to secondary school, and review all course syllabi with your student. These additional web resources are available should you require additional information. Thank you, and please don't hesitate to reach out to myself or Aaron Woodward should you have additional questions or require additional information.